I've been listening to a lot of political interviews the past couple of days, really more than the past couple of days, but definitely uh, over this past weekend, listened to a couple of longer interviews with RFK Jr. and with Donald Trump. And something that I'm noticing is that in the interviews of Donald Trump, he seemed different to me. He seemed human for the first time that I've actually seen him. He seemed slower in a good way, not slow like mentally slow. He seemed like he had slowed down, was talking more like a normal person, and I could listen to him and follow what he was saying. It's like his frequency was more aligned with my frequency. And, I don't know what that means exactly. Um, Other than that, for the first time that I've listened to the guy, I could actually sit and hear him and listen past the, I guess, the headlines and past the rhetoric. He didn't use that much rhetoric. He used a lot less rhetoric than he has in the past, at least from what I could tell. Um, he sounded like a normal person more than I've ever seen. Now I don't know. Maybe his conviction in New York court has kind of changed him somehow. I mean, let's be clear. He wasn't any less, um, you know, derogatory towards the left, towards Biden. He was still himself. He wasn't like um, repentant or something, but just something felt different in a good way. And so that was very interesting. Um, and it just has me reflecting on my view of the left. Apparently, Trump had a very successful visit to San Francisco recently. I guess there were, people out in the streets in support of him. I wasn't there. I didn't see it. And then, there were fundraising events afterwards that he was present at, and which were successful. I guess last time he didn't really get a lot of money here. This time he's being a lot more successful. I have to say that I admire his willingness to come to San Francisco and places like it that ostensibly are not for him. And, I think that's the type of behavior we need from our politicians, a willingness to go into the belly of the beast of your enemy, as it were, instead of staying where you're comfortable um, in an echo chamber of your own supporters. Maybe Biden's doing the same thing. I don't know. But I guess it's striking to me that Trump is doing it. He also went to the, uh, what was it, the Independent uh, National Convention or something like that, where RFK was the main speaker, I think. So he's making appearances in places that are not traditional and that Biden is not doing. And I have to admit that I find that impressive. And I'm also kind of encouraged, actually, that he is finding support in San Francisco because my opinion is that San Francisco has gone too far to the left. I think a lot of people think this, not just about San Francisco, about the Bay Area and California in general. Um, and I know also that San Francisco, is undergoing kind of a resurgence of people who want to pull it back towards the center, which does mean to the right, but not right of center. Like in San Francisco, if you're, to the right, it means you're moderate, which is good. And people just want something more moderate. So it's actually encouraging to me that Trump is finding support here. So anyway, I find it really interesting to see my own perception of him changing. And the last interview I watched of him was probably 6 months ago. So it wasn't that long ago. And I don't know what it is that may have changed about me. Maybe I've gotten that much more frustrated with the left. Although I think even 6 months ago I had decided I wasn't going to vote for Biden. So I'm not sure exactly what it is. Maybe some combination of him being different and of me being different. But definitely worth noting.